George Wolf, El Ruso de las Mega Fiestas de El Poblado. So he throws mega parties, and they expelled him, right, for throwing these mega parties, right? Now look at this, right? Let's just go to the comments because you guys got to see what these comments are saying. You guys got to see what these comments are like saying real quick. Look, this girl named Bayona Canela, she tags every Casey Redbeard Instagram in this post. These people are paying attention to us. I'm telling you, in this post, right? In this post, they tagged him. They tagged Casey Redbeard. Right in this post, they tagged him. Falta, Casey Redbeard rants. They tagged him. So they're trying to get Casey Redbeard out of here too. I don't know if he's still here, but they're paying attention to the content creators, and the Colombians are tagging the content creators in these posts to get them up out of here. See what I'm saying? So this shit, to me, Medellin is finished. Niggas be like, yo, bro, let's go to the park. The park, if I go to the park, I think my chances of getting deported shoot all the way up. Okay? Nigga said the barber earned his tip. Y'all niggas is fucking stupid, nigga. Y'all niggas is stupid, man. So y'all telling me that I gotta get my beard painted more often? Shit. I was gonna cut this bitch off today. That nigga started painting this shit. I was gonna cut this bitch clean off. My nigga Nate in the building and said, you trying to take my gal. Nah, bro. I think I'm about to go celibate, bro. I ain't lying to you, man. I'm about to go celibate, bro. I'm abstinent. My nigga Travel Lover in the building says, I see you fresh cut Mosa with the Osama lineup. I appreciate that, man. Said Casey been out of Colombia a long time ago. He was here recently, I guess, for him to get some surgery, so he probably stayed low key. But he's been getting reported though. When people see him, they've been reporting him. So that's why you don't take all money, because some money comes with bad energy. Facts. Says that Bayo Canela is a content creator, and why you got the Burnside Dominican eyebrows done. My eyebrows always look like this. The only difference is I be cut in the middle of that shit because I really got a unibrow for real. I ain't gonna lie to niggas. I'm like the unfortunate Nigerian nigga that genetically has a unibrow, but my unibrows just look. I mean, pause. My eyebrows, they're not trimmed. This is naturally how my shits look. I've been getting that shit my whole life. You do your eyebrows? No, baby. I'm just handsome. Sorry, I'm just handsome. I saw Casey in Parque Lleras a couple different nights only 3 weeks ago. Travel Lover, if you were in Parque Lleras 3 weeks ago, why you be fiending to go to the park? Unless you just watching Parque Lleras streams nonstop from different computers, like different channels. Said the park was looking like a ghost town tonight. I mean, damn, on a Thursday though? Whoa. This whole shit going on is scary. A lot of people not trying to be around this shit. Nobody want to be around that shit. The only people they will ever snitch on is foreigners. So I want to get to one guy's point. I think it was Sean's point. He's saying, I think you're right, but not going to the park. But besides that, I think it's blown over proportion. I think it depends on who you are. If you get into a back, like, so here's the thing, and you guys got to watch KC Redbeard's video, right? You guys got to watch his video if you haven't watched it. Let me see if I can pull it up, because this, you know, let me see. KC Redbeard. If I can pull this shit up real quick. So he dropped a video about 3 weeks ago.
The police.
All right. He dropped this video three weeks ago. Pay attention to this video, because this video is why you need to be alert. Okay.
So I had an encounter with the police last night in this city that you may call Medellin, but the locals call Medellin. And I'm literally only here to get eye surgery, not here for anything else. But obviously I have an assistant who books dates for me, and I'm not just gonna, sit around on my ass.
So he's there for eye surgery. He's not there for nothing else, right? But do you want to know why that's important? Because when you've lived in this city, you understand the benefits of being able to come to Medellin. Outside of the women, there's surgery, there's peptides, right? There's pharmaceuticals that you might need. There's a lot of shit that's not as easy and as affordable as it is in Medellin. In Medellin, and I've said this before, now that I'm back, I can confirm this. Medellin is cheaper to not rent, right? Your cost of living and rent is higher. And I think food is even higher too. But Medellin overall, everything else is cheaper than Thailand. Medical procedures, seeing a doctor, a bunch of other stuff, getting tested, all of that shit, when you're paying out of pocket for it as a foreigner, because you have to pay out of pocket most times, it's cheaper in Medellin. Can you imagine if, I don't know how much he's paying for eye surgery, but let's say he's paying like $3,000, $4,000. Can you imagine if he couldn't come back to Medellin and anywhere else for him to get the same eye surgery as 20 bands? That shit is 5 times. Like, even for me to get like my dental, like my like retainers, all that shit, what they were going to charge me to do basic retainers inside of Pattaya was 2 to 3 times more than what they cost here in Medellin. And that's why I'm going to say Medellin is like, it's like always going to be king, but it's going to lose. You want it to lose its spunk so it can go, so the prices can regulate, so we could come in here and just be chilling. But if you come back to Medellin, you really got to be on some low key shit. Y'all don't think I want to do a bunch of Freaky Frog streams and throw a bunch more parties? Like, yo, we just had a crazy ass Finca party. Like, you think I'm about to throw more of those? All that needs to happen is somebody from one of these clubs, because I'm telling they girls to come to my party, he can report me as a sex tourist and get me up out of here. Now, in KC Redbeard's kind of situation where like he's gonna explain, look at how he got reported, and he probably didn't. I mean, maybe he had went to the park, but his situation wasn't even about going to the park.
I'm gonna go on dates. Brought a girl back to this building on Airbnb, and long story short, after about an hour and a half of having her in the building, the police come banging on my door, say Airbnb has canceled your reservation. The host, like the owner, the La Dueña, like the owner of the apartment, has canceled your reservation. You need to leave like now. You have 2 hours to get out of the apartment. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Did I break any rules? What has Airbnb told you? What has the owner told you? And of course, we can't say. Airbnb support can't say shit. Message the owner of the apartment, they're not saying anything. And the porteros, meaning the security guards who control who goes in and out of the building, are all not telling me shit. It should be illegal to kick somebody out of an apartment on Airbnb. Like all these big tech platforms like YouTube, Instagram, Airbnb, they have like these like worldwide monopolies on content or, short-term stays or whatever. For all I know, because I had permission to bring girls back. So it's It's in theory not for bringing back the girl. I'll get back to that in a second. I mean, it probably is, but in theory it shouldn't be because I had permission to bring guests back. But I'll get back to that in a second. But for all I know, in this crazy age of AI, someone made like grainy CCTV footage of me like pushing an old woman down a flight of stairs, or they made, a picture of me, an AI picture of me kicking a dog or something like that, and sent that to Airbnb. And they're like, oh my God, like this guy's kicking puppies and pushing old women downstairs. So
Casey, you got recognized, bro. You got some random bitch tagging you in a random post. You got recognized, and they're hating on you. So somebody recognized Casey walking into their building and said, oh, hell no, this nigga is a sex tourist, a sex pat. And they got him up out of there. The cops came and got him up out of there. Let me tell you how easy it is for any one of these people to do this to you. Let me tell you how easy it is. Super easy. You try to bring a girl upstairs to your crib. The portero or the security guard, he's one of them niggas that he greedy. Pot of greed. He a greedy nigga, right? You go, listen, man, I can't let her come through here at a certain time. Like, yo, like, what you mean? They're like, there's no rules against that. Like, nah, bro, I can't let her upstairs. What you mean? So, all right, listen, if you want me to let her upstairs right now, give me 200 mil. It's like $54. Like, hell no, I'm not giving you that, nigga. I live here, nigga. I'm not. All right. Now, out of fear that you're going to report him, he called the police on you. He tells the building staff, I think the girl is not of age. Anything he can. You're already in deep shit before you can prove your innocence. Now the cops are trying to get money out of you, right? You talk with them. He's trying to split the bread. Like, yo, this guy always bringing girls here, man. I'm always doing something, helping him out, man. I just told him, man, like, he got to give me something. And some of the cops be with it. Like, yo, all right, listen, man, we're going to try to get as much as we can out of him. And then we're going to, slide you some. This is real life. Real life. Now you on your shit like, man, I'm not giving y'all niggas nothing. A word? Oh, okay. Let's call migration. Show me a passport. See if you here legally. Before you know it, you're sitting in migration. Now they're trying to get some money out of you. Whole time, nigga, you didn't step foot in the park. You didn't step a foot in the park. You just try to bring a little shorty up to the crib. You paying for the spot. You can have girls, so what's the issue? Niggas done call the cops on you. The cops done sent you to migration. Migration about to use you for some shit. Niggas trying to go through your phone. Oh shit, you a social media guy too? You got social media presence? Yeah, pay us $1,000 if you want to get back into the country. And then we'll let you know when we process your shit. I'm not paying y'all niggas nothing. Word? Now we're not gonna blur your face. Sex tourists. Bye. Your homies from high school done seen this shit. Your college friends, your co-workers, anybody who was thinking about going to Colombia, you have now become the face of sex tourism. All your little chicas is hitting you up because they seeing your face on the news. So is it blown out of proportion? No. I think it's underanalyzed how bad this shit can get for you here in Colombia. Because really they're really being chill right now. They really could turn up the ante, which is what they want to do now.
Fucking frustrating that they can't give me any sort of reason at all. And like I said, especially in the day of AI, you can't just take evidence or people's word on anything. So super dumb, super frustrating. Okay, so back to the whole I had permission to do this, which makes it really, really bizarre. When you want to rent an Airbnb and anywhere in Latin America, especially Brazil, of all places, especially fucking Brazil, what you want to do is you want to find like 3 or 4.
Now, somebody brought up a good point. Sean, once again. Hey, Sean, man, you bringing up a lot of good points, man. Send a super chat in, man. Sean said, this happened to Casey because people recognize him. There's been so much press about him in Colombia, and he's still not banned. That's my point. Capo got deported because he messed with the wrong people. Casey, they probably didn't recognize him in migration. You think if he get caught at the airport right now, he's not getting deported with a big fat sex tourist slapped on his forehead on the picture? He's going to get rotisserie chicken, and he knows that. He knows that. That's why when he came out here, he didn't shoot no fucking content. He didn't upload nothing. He just talked about what happened to him. He probably went to go get his surgery. Probably went to the park a couple times to find some hoes. And he went back to Brazil. If he was to come out here right now and he gets recognized, he's fried worse than Capo. I can assure you that. And he's a white guy, so we can't make this up, like a black and white thing. It's not a black and white thing with these guys right now. I don't believe so. I don't think it's a black and white thing right now. I think it's a content creator thing. If you're a content creator, you talk about Medellin, you look like you got hoes, they're putting you in a database, and you're cooked. Okay? Colombians watch passport content. Some of them do, actually, because you're living a lifestyle that they actually cannot afford to live. So some of them actually do watch passport bro content. You'd be surprised. All right, chat. We're 2 hours in. Let me know if you guys want me to drop the link. I will freely drop the link for those of you guys that want to come on here and have conversation. Shout out to my guy Flyboy Way in the chat, because I feel like at this point we really need to stop saying Colombia and only say Medellin, because on the coastal cities, the government and people always say they have separate systems than Medellin. Yeah. I'm not saying Colombia. I made sure to separate Medellin from, the whole time, because I said I'm leaving Medellin. I didn't say I was leaving Colombia. I'm going to stay in Colombia because I know once I go to 1 or 2 cities that's not Medellin, I'm not even dealing with this shit. Anyways, I just dropped the link for y'all. We could play a couple more minutes of this video, and then I'm going to go into some of my other videos that I want to cover. Make sure that you guys hit the like button. Got 180 people in the building. Let's go.
4 or 5 places that all like you're happy with, right? So you get a tab, you get all your tabs open, you're like, hey, boom, 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 boom. Then you message all the hosts and you explicitly say, hey, I'm going to be using Tinder. If I go on a date with a girl and wanted to bring her back to my place, is that allowed? Can I have visitors? You need them to say explicitly, yes, you may have visitors. I've had friends that try to do this.
Whoa, I'm super late. Somebody else just came in here with a fucking big ass donation with the $20 bomb through the HomiesHub website. I appreciate you, my guy. I'm sorry that I'm just seeing this just now. Shout out to you, my G. I appreciate the donation, bro. $20 bomb. Not gonna say your government on stream, but you definitely are some African nigga, bro. This is an African ass name. But I appreciate you, my G. For those of you guys that want to support the stream, feel free to send a super chat or a Cash App, or you could go to the HomiesHub.com and hit the donate button and support. Let's finish playing this out.
This and like, 'cause a lot of them will say no. A lot of them say, like, do you want to bring visitors? Nope. And they'll just like, deny or cancel the reservation, whatever it is. And like sometimes guys will be like, oh, I'm an English teacher and I want to bring back some of my students like once in a while. Is that allowed? No, don't play that shit. Just get express written permission over the Airbnb Messenger, not WhatsApp, that you can bring guests, which is what I had, which begs the question, how the fuck are police knocking on my door when I have a girl in my bed? They started pounding. I answered the door in my boxers And again, like I said, they just open the door. They say, the police were fairly polite about it. They're just like, hey, listen, you got to get out of here. The owner of the apartment canceled a reservation. It's canceled on Airbnb, and you're done. You have to get out. And of course, I asked them, what's the reason? The porteros are standing there. Again, owner, the porteros, which again, porteros are security guards that, manage the building, and the police all couldn't tell me absolutely fucking shit. So this is just a very typical example of how ridiculous the city is. My only other theory is that you guys may know that I have a past here in Medellin where I used to throw these big parties and I got really well known, some feminists. So I'll make the long story very, very short. There was a guy who killed a DJ in Bogota, a male gringo man from somewhere in the United States in Bogota.
I don't think anything he's about to say is anything even close to being relevant. But I do know what he's going to say. He's going to say like he was on the news a lot more than that guy who had killed somebody. I think you guys are starting to figure out like the pattern with this city, right? Murderers, drug dealers, they get more privacy. They get their face blurred. If you're a foreigner that's coming here to utilize your money to get some box, you are worse than slime.